Good morning. This is Cypress Golden Bronze. I'm still here even though Obama is leaving the office. Guess what? You're really going to like to hear this. Obama is going to Detroit, Flint, Michigan. Today. I think he's there today. They'll be talking and have updates on News Now. That's where I get all of my info. I always watch Roland Martin on TV1. Check it out. I'm telling you, I have to say this, that I think he's ridiculous. 2 years, I think it'll be the 3rd year anniversary soon, regarding Detroit, Flint, Michigan, and what they did. They did it on purpose. And I could say that someone did that on purpose. I think that in a lot of the areas, although all those people are not African American, they do have, in fact, Roland Martin had a white lady representing Detroit, Flint, Michigan. That's the only thing I disagreed with. Why did you do that? Why put her on there? Because then people will look at it and say it's all white. Or they won't jump the gun and say, oh, this is a racist thing. We are so afraid of putting that out there, but that's exactly what it is. I think it's an attempt of what they've been doing for a long time to destroy a lot of people. Detroit, they're attacking Detroit for some reason. There's something else. Teaching, the teachers, I think, had to stop because of the manager didn't provide enough money for them to operate. So it's, they're attacking, excuse me, my nose. They are attacking Detroit. For some reason, I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't have to figure it out. Because if I was walking down a country road, let's say about 50 years ago, no, not 50, because God, no, a little bit longer than that, maybe 100. And I'm walking down and I see a person hanging from a tree. Can I analyze? Oh, somebody did that, and it might have been a black person. This is how they would have the court case today. Oh, a black person did that to him. How do you know it was a white person? Do you have any proof? Now that people are having proof, and in this case, Detroit, Flint, Michigan, the water was ridiculous. They refused to listen to these people. If it was any place else, Congress would have responded in, I guess, 24 hours. So, to get to the point, we got to stop doing that. Roland Martin, you put that white lady on there, and she's probably not even a third of the area, and so you needed to hear from someone that would be able to speak. You know, lead causes things to go on up in the mind as well, and that's sad. And that president is just now going over there. I mean, do you have to really have anything else? And a lot of people said, well, he couldn't focus on black people. He's for America. Okay, he's doing that. Nothing stopped them from speaking in the podium positively with as much oomph as he did gun control, because he did that and started that when he was in Newtown. He cried with Newtown. He did all of that, and he couldn't give that all because Eric Dyson has a book out, something about the presidency. You'll see Obama on the front of it, but Eric Dyson wrote it. I really like him. I don't know what side of the fence he's on, though. That's my whole thing. I don't know. What, is he supporting Obama? Are you not saying? Because I don't have to say anything nice about him. You know, because I really did not consider him my president. I canceled him on my own. For me. You know, and, you know, I don't understand why we can't understand and why he couldn't speak. Non-obstruction doesn't stop that. You know, he wasn't real, and that's all there is to it. Beyonce did something with the mothers of the people that were murdered. Beyonce did. Jay-Z did something the other day that was miraculous. I think he gave a lot of money. I think, a lot. And he will continue to do so, he said. You know, but the Obamas couldn't. They had the power of the government, but they couldn't talk anything and speak anything about black people. But she was at that Girls Rock, or Black Girls Rock. That's the name of it. She was there. No, you didn't. You didn't rock. Didn't you hear Miss Brown cry? Did you see the tears of Trayvon Martin's mother? How did that make you feel? And if you had power, what would you do? Oh, they have to be careful because they're with the government. And there's some black people that just pry on that. I find it very disgusting. African American. I really do. And there is no other race that would accept that from a leader of their own race without saying something. We should have corrected him big time. He, you know, so I don't consider him my president, so I don't really care what he does when he's out. Hurry up and get out. Now, let's say, let's just get to the point. I'm not saying no curse words. Okay, that's a good thing. So tomorrow I'll hear on Roland Martin, you know, I want to know what he did in Flint, Michigan. Although it's, man, you're concerned. That's not concern. That's power play. I don't know what you're doing that for. Like you care. And then all the black people are going to go, Obama was here. You know, he said, yeah, 3 years. He was in office 8. 3 years. And he's just now getting over there. Y'all better wake up. He might have some bias issues about black people on his own. Because he definitely did not deal with poor black people. Moving on. I'm trying not to do 20 minutes because the editing, that takes forever. And plus my eyes are puffy. I suffer from thyroid disease. And I lost 8 pounds in 2 days. And they also have an eye condition. Hopefully I don't get it. You know, the pop out, your eyes pop out. That's what I'm in the process of doing. I won't be able to do my videos, but I'm going to have it taken care of. So I suffer from a disease, thyroid disease, and that's why my eyes look like a ghost. Okay, that's about me. I had to put me in there. Love yourself first. I'm trying to think of, is Taser the new gun? And that's going to be the topic of this video. Last Saturday, I witnessed them do 10 police on one homeless man, which I was on the train with. He's like that all the time. He's very quiet. He's not a rowdy type, and he has a suitcase, and he was mentally ill. They were tasering him. I don't know, maybe he said a word. Even if someone says something, it doesn't take 10 police to do that. And it was 10, and they were all tasering him. I hope he's alive. I didn't see him on the train yesterday. Is tasering the new gun? Yeah, this is all, it's never gotten out of control. It's always been this way. There's just no one to do anything about it. When we just said Black Lives Matter, black people say something else because they don't want that. Y'all not Christian enough. Y'all not this enough. Them damn Christians are way. I don't know. Christian people don't consider themselves biased, but I do. Whenever you talk about gay people and you know nothing, let's face it, there's not a Christian in this world that knows what God wants. Because if they did, then they would know themselves. You can never, ever, ever, if you don't know yourself and God is you, It's from within. If you don't know yourself, you definitely can't preach to no one else. And the preachers living in $200,000 houses and stuff like that, I would be so, that's disgusting. Because a situation like Detroit, Flint, Michigan, we're always, you know why we cry about the Ku Klux Klan and white people? They do kill us randomly. And they've been doing it for a long time. But the one thing I can understand is my people, the black people, us. I don't understand us. And we've been this way for a long, long time. We have, and it's disgusting to me. That Christian, all of them, I don't get involved. I stay away, and when someone says they're Christian, I evaluate if they are ready to hear that someone is not like them. And it just doesn't come. You know, it just doesn't happen. They always got to judge. And I would get out of that. I really would. And the Jehovah's Witness, I'm not even going to mention what I would do with that. I don't run from them. They run from me. My spirit just said, it's something about me that they run. Get out of my face. But the church, we're always crying. Getting back to the point, we're always crying about asking the government for money. And now they're waiting for money. That's their reason. And I'm thinking, why don't y'all go? Chicago, look at the surrounding cities. And all of those churches, and they probably got some churches with preachers living in $200,000 houses in Detroit. But go to all the churches and collect $200,000 to help heal your own wounds instead of depending on other people to do it for you. Hit those churches. Those churches have money, and they got $200,000. You know, why don't y'all do that? With all the judgment that you use and do on other people and on this world and the power of God and hopping around and giving you all of that kind of stuff. Why don't you feel so much that you would give? Because if I had $200,000, I would give it. I don't have $200,000, but I will go to the church and ask for all of it. You probably can go to 4 churches and get $200,000. And in the future, instead of giving that money to the preacher for $200,000 homes, why don't you try putting it back into your black-on-black crime? Put that money back into your communities instead of to the preacher for his house and his plane and his helicopters. And then you don't have to ask them. If we had security just from those churches, we would be just fine. Why don't they start housing the homeless? Pay for it instead of giving it to that preacher. Because if he's a lover of God, he don't need that money, does he? He don't need that. He got a job. Get a job outside the church and pay your bills. But be there for the purpose of letting the Spirit use you to help people help themselves. I'm done. I am not going to ever follow anything like that. And I hope that my granddaughter makes decisions at a certain age on her own. And I hope she sees this video. Okay. Really. Because, you know, my home, again, is Church City. God. Everybody have a wonderful day. Be careful, because that taser, I have a bad temper. So I know that I'm watching myself so I don't get tased, because I'm not really super well. So a tase would make me sick. Like they just killed that man and then claimed that it was cocaine that killed him. I think those tasers can take you out of here. You know, so now they're using tasers instead of guns. Beware. Watch your back, and I know that's really hard, but just be aware. Don't second guess what could happen the next minute. And also be loving to everyone, including the homeless. You know, Give them some love and look at them with love, like you do Obama. Somebody would kick you in your butt, and a homeless person wouldn't do anything to you. They just down on their luck. For right now, trust me, I know a lot about that. Take care. I love each and every one of you. That's why I do these things. I just like to keep people abreast. I like to use my voice to tell it. Just tell it. Ashe.